Abroso. Another angelic healing, spiritual president. You've done it again. You keep on doing it and you never cease doing it because it is your life and it is what you are capable of doing. My mother is here to testify on behalf of her daughter. Angela Obinim, according to her, she said when the daughter completed university, one day she was at home, she collapsed. So they rushed her to Konfanochi Teaching Hospital with the name Nancy Ameko. Angela Obinim, the daughter went into coma for 6 solid days. Coma. 6 days. She can't talk. She can't do anything. She was in coma for 6 days. Angela Obinim, she was given 4 pints of blood. And each blood, 1 pint is 350 mils. So for that matter, she received 1,400 mils of blood. Angela Obinim, she was given IV infusions, drips of water. Angela Obinim, all was unsuccessful. Their daughter was in coma. So on the 6th day of the coma, her mother rushed to Konfanochi Teaching Hospital and she sent your miracle water and your miracle sticker. She placed the sticker on the daughter, sprinkled some of the miracle water on the daughter and started praying. Angela Obinim, if you don't come and revive my daughter from the coma, she will die. Angela Obinim, according to Mama, she said a lot of specialists at Konfanochi were taking care of the daughter, yet she didn't come back from the coma. After the prayers, she realized that her doctor started coughing, and she revived from the coma. Angela Obinim, the doctors started doing their possible best, and now her daughter has been good and has been discharged from Konfanochi Teaching Hospital. So she's here to testify, to thank you, because if it hadn't been you, the daughter would have been in a coma and would be dead by now. So she's here to testify, to thank you. Reverend, what can you say about this testimony? It is mind-boggling. Somebody who has gone to Konfanochi
Teaching Hospital,
the second biggest hospital in Ghana.
Sure.
A lot of specialists are there.
Yeah.
They did their possible best. Still, she was in coma. If the mother had not sent Angela Obinim sticker and water, the lady would have been in the coma and she would be dead. That is why you and I, those who are watching us on television and the entire congregation here says, in terms of spiritual works, as far as spiritual work is concerned, Angela Obinim can turn himself into any form of doctor specialist. In terms of spiritual works, he can turn himself into a spiritual ENT specialist. If you are suffering from presbycusis, if you are suffering from Meniere's disease, if you are deaf, he can heal you. In terms of spiritual works, he can turn himself into a gynecologist. He can turn a fibroid into a baby. Sure. He can give you a toffee and you give birth. If you are pregnant and the baby is a boy, he can turn it into a girl. In terms of spiritual works, he can turn himself into a neurosurgeon. If you have a problem in your brain, whether the dopamine and the serotonin level in your brain are malfunctioning, he can heal you. If you have hydrocephalus, that is accumulation of fluid in the brain, he can heal you. If you have kernicterus, that is accumulation of bilirubin in the brain, he can heal you. If you have a brain tumor, a brain cancer, he can heal you. In terms of spiritual work, he can turn himself into a dermatologist. If you have acne vulgaris, that is pimples, he can heal you. If you have pruritus, he can heal you. In terms of spiritual works, he can turn himself into a hematologist. If you have anemia, that is low level of hemoglobin in the blood, less than 10 grams per deciliter, he can heal you. If you have hemophilia, that is abnormal bleeding disorder in which somebody bleeds profusely without the blood clotting, he can heal you. If you have thrombocytopenia, that is low levels of platelet in the blood, he can heal you. In terms of spiritual works, he can turn himself into a psychiatrist. If you are mad, he can heal you. If you have Korsakoff psychosis, he can heal you. If you have alcohol withdrawal syndrome, he can heal you. If you have schizophrenia, he can heal you. If you have epilepsy and seizures, he can heal you. In terms of spiritual works, if you are blind, he can turn himself into an ophthalmologist or optometrist. He can heal you from your blindness. If you have sty and chalazion, he can heal you. If you have cataract, that is opacity or cloudness of the crystalline lens of the eye, he can heal you. If you have conjunctivitis, he can heal you. In terms of spiritual works, Archangel Obinim can turn himself as a cardiologist. If you have any heart condition, whether your blood pressure is high, if you have pericarditis, if you have endocarditis, if you have myocardial infarction, if you have angina pectoris, if you have tetralogy of Fallot, which is a combination of 4 main defects of the heart, that is pulmonary stenosis, left ventricular hypertrophy, ventricular septal defect, and furthermore displacement of the aorta, not to talk of the coarctation of the aorta. He can heal you. This and many more are the reason why we say in terms of spiritual works, if you are suffering from any disease condition, I've mentioned about 60 to 70 diseases, any of them you are suffering from, come and see Angel Obinim. If you are in Kumasi and its environs, come to Kumasi branch, Kenya, Bosore, every Sunday, come for your healing. If you are in Accra and its environs, meet the spiritual president at Accra, Madina, at Shaliboche, School Junction. He will heal you from your sickness. If you are in Tama and its environs, meet the spiritual president at Committee 9, Motorway Roundabout. I just send the total filling station and he will heal you. Don't sit at home with your sickness and die, because the person who is capable of healing you is right in our country. Salute.
Doctor,
Reverend.
That is why
we say in terms of spiritual works, Angel Obinim
stands the tallest.
He's the cream de la cream.
Yes, that's why you and I are always saying,
in terms of spiritual works, Angel Obinim,
he is the primo inter pares.
He is the superior.
He is the superior.
He is the king.
Yes, he is the king of all spiritual works. In terms of spiritual works, he is the cream de la cream.
Yes.
And do you know something?
No, unless you tell me.
His methodology.
Yes.
His methodology.
Yes.
That is the approach.
Yes.
The way he approaches into a particular problem.
Yes.
The way he will come and then solve that particular problem. His approach towards any particular problem. It is unique. It is different.
Reverend.
In fact, his words, to put it short, that is why we say his works are phenomenal.
Yes.
His works are
unimaginable.
His works are, in fact, they are mind-boggling. His works are awesome. His works are unthinkable.
Reverend, have you realized that Angel Obinim is also a spiritual herbalist? He can come into somebody's dream. He will go into the bush with you, tell you to plug this leaf, combine it and use it to perform a drug, and you can use it to heal people. Have you realized that?
Yes. That is why, in conclusion, you and I have come together to say he can make and unmake. He can create
and destroy.
He can do
and undo.
He can do anything under the sun.
So in terms of spiritual works, he is the president, signed and sealed
and delivered
and stamped.
Thank you very much.